Hi, my name is Terry from Sweet Pea Papers in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 3 in our Spring Fairies series. This is a Sweet Pea Papers project, not a design team project. This is a Victoria Designs kit called Spring Fairies. I'm pretty sure you can hear the dog howling upstairs. I apologize. He had stopped for a while, and so I thought I would get this video in. Or at least this part in, but I think we're going to have to listen to him in the background. Think about poor me listening to him all the time. Alright, so at this point I've papered all the envelopes and I've papered all the CDs. Now I don't have cards, but I have this tag in here, but I had a scrap that was the right size and the right color and paper. So like I said, I went through and I glazed all of these, the flowers and the little fairies and these birds and everything. So what we're going to do is, I thought we had a page. We do. Oh, this is for a different page. I glazed it. So what we're going to do in this first part is we're just going to put the envelopes stacked together, and then we are going to, the video's going to stop, and then I'm going to start it again, and we will do the rest of the video and see what we can get done. We may have to skip to page 2 and then go back to page 1 in video 4. I'm not sure how much of this we're going to get done if we keep going like this. It's taking 3 videos just to get the cover done. But that's okay. And of course there's no ephemera, no little fairies stuck on or anything. The only thing I have is I found some washi stickers that I got from teamu.com. And it's a great store, and I do unboxings for them, so I guess I'm a little biased. But anyway, so I found these here, and I put one on each CD cover, wherever the other CD cover is. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. Okay, so let's put this bad boy together. Now, I'm not sure. I haven't even tried to do this. So this is the tallest one, so let's put it in the back. And I've labeled them on the flap, which side they go on when I made them, but like I said, I haven't put it together to see what side I want what on. Now I don't want the 2 largest ones in the back flip-flapping over each other, so let's put this one in. We're not necessarily going to put it in the center, and then we can put this one on. We're going to have too many on the other side because I want this one to end up on the front. So we're going to need one more envelope for this side before we can put it together. We need one, well, let's see. Yeah. And put this one here. Oh, this one goes on the right. Thank goodness. So then we'll put this one up here. Yeah, that's how I wanted it anyway, because I wanted to be able to see the word springtime. Then we'll put this one here. And then we'll put this cute little girl right here on the front, which is where I wanted her. Okay, so that looks good to me. So now let's flip it over, and we're going to have to glue these on in the order that they go. So we're going to have to glue this one on first. Well, that didn't end up being near as bad as I thought it was going to be, having all those pieces laying everywhere and never deciding ahead of time what was going to go where. And they don't have to be super duper glued. I mean, the heavier ones do, because we're going to be gluing it to the cover, and that's going to help hold these down. So we've got this one glued on. Then we're going to glue on this CD. I'm going to have to move it a little bit because it's laying crooked. So we're going to have to adjust it a little bit. Okay, and you'll notice the fold is going to be a little bit harder to get correct the farther up we go, because this gets thicker and thicker because of the layers we're adding on. Okay, so then we're going to do this one. Now, this does not mean I'm going to remember how I folded that for the flip through. But I think this is going to look cool on the cover. You don't see a lot of envelope stacks on the covers of books. My poor dog is in here laying on the floor next to me. The dogs upstairs have been going for hours. My neighbor came over and asked me if I could hear the one howling over the one, the one crying over the top of the one howling and barking. And I said, yes. And she said, that bothers me more than the barking. And I said, well, you know, they're all going to do something different. Darn it. I want to flip this back. Make sure everything is straight on this side. And that's why you ink this, because you're going to see it and see that's still crooked. Okay, let's see if that's what I want. No, see, now that's too far in. So I need to pull it out. And I can see where it goes because of where the glue is. And I did put this belly band on here because it was a scrap. Okay. So now this one goes on. And then we can't forget to put a ribbon on to hold it all shut. You can see it helps you too, if you write it on both sides of the flaps, you can see where it's supposed to go. I've got page 3 all ready to go. We may jump ahead and do, page 2. Keep thinking because we did this first, because I was initially going to make it page 1 or put it on the inside of the front cover. Then I decided to put it on the cover, so we ended up doing part of the cover first. This is not all of the cover. Not what I see in my mind anyway. Okay. She's too high up. And I tore her. She was too high up. We couldn't see the word springtime. Maybe we can go in with some washi. Yeah, that's where I wanted her. Okay. She's still going to stick out, but not as bad as she was. I wish I'd have just done it right the first time. There's a pocket on the top here, but somehow when I glued it, the pocket is not all the way over. So we're going to have to put in a tag or something this high. And then we'll put a charm on it. And then I was hoping we would have more than one. It just depends if we can. Yeah, this looks nice. Uh-oh. There we go. I wish I had put the stuff on this before I slid it in, the back paper. Put the shiny stuff on it. Goodness. Now what did I do? Oh no. These weren't completely dry. This deer. Okay, so I inked that and made it look like the leaf. And there's nothing I can do about that. Maybe we could put a little pocket right here. I didn't want to do that though. Darn it. I should have waited. Put them like this. Give them a chance to finish drying. It was just the one where it was thicker, which is this one. Okay, so that's going to be all for this part of the video. And then, of course, I'm going to go back. This has taken me hours, just so you know. And I don't even have any other cards in with the tabs on them yet. I went back and made more tabs with my Big Shot. So I've got quite a few. And then, like I said, I've got the flowers. And then I found this washi that I thought would match as well. So I can look some more and see if I've got some more. Yep. Okay, so that's it for this part of the video, and I'll see you in just a second. And we'll finish up. We'll do page 1 or page 2. I don't know which. All right? Alrighty, we're back. And I've got this done except for the cards. And I decided on how I'm going to decorate it. And I'm going to put some of this lace, which we're probably going to end up having to use a shorter lace as well, but I'm so short on lace, I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, So we're going to put this lace across here. Alright, we're going to put this lace across here, and then I'm going to put this ribbon across the lace, and that'll be pretty. And then I'm going to put eyelash trim on the word fairies, and then I'm going to put it, come here ribbon, and then I'm going to put it right here. Okay, oops, right there. That way we'll still see the butterfly, we'll still see these glossy or not, these triple thick flowers and the triple thick fairy. We're going to lose these 3 flowers at the bottom, but oh well, that's life. And I was going to put lace on here as well, but I don't think so. I think we're just going to go across the bottom. And then I, of course, have to make the cards and the tabs. This one's going to have a tab with a charm. I cut out about 20 more tabs, so we should be good to go on those. So now we're going to move on to page 1. Oh, I've numbered the pages in signature 1. And, come on, pen. And, let's see if I can get this to go through that little slot. Need to make those slots bigger. There we go. Yeah. So, let's set this to the side. I've numbered this one 1R because it opens to the right. 2L. This is 3. This is 4. We're not doing anything with this. So this is 5. This is 6R because it opens to the right. 7, 8, left and right. 9. This is 10. 11. 12. Uh-oh. 13. 14. Hopefully I counted that right. If not, I'll adjust it when I write up what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to start with page 1. And since it's going to be the first page of the first signature, I thought we should do something extra. That's why we have all this stuff. Get my paper clips straight in there. It drives me crazy. Okay, so this is the paper. We've already glossy accented it. Triple thick. Whenever I say glossy accent, I mean triple thick. Okay. This page, we did that in the very first video. No, we didn't. That was the other one. But I used the same technique on this one. I did the birds and the butterflies and the fairy. And I'll probably go back and go ahead and do at least, and do the pink flowers. In fact, I think I meant to. And I've done the butterflies up here as well. So maybe I did just do the butterflies on purpose and the birds. Okay, so that's going to be our paper. And we're going to cut 2 flaps. One going one way and one going the other. One is going to be wider than the other. And then we're going to cut them out of the cream colored paper. We're going to cover them with 2 of the fairies, and then the one of the 2 fairies on the other flap, and then we're going to put paper on the back. Now the difference is when we put these papers on the fronts, we're going to make them into pockets, And actually, we're going to do that on the front and the back. Okay, and then this is going to be the back on both. I think we're going to have enough paper. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure this. We've got 2 of these, and then plus a 1/2 inch. So 2 of those plus 1/2 inch. Oh, and we want a little bit of space above and below. So we're gonna go with this width, and then we'll go with this height. Yeah, that's a little bit at the bottom and a little bit at the top. Now, if we go ahead and cut this first, then we'll have plenty for the second flap. If we were to cut it this way, well, then we would have the length correct, wouldn't we? If I was going to do them the same length. Let's wait and see. Let's go ahead and cut the height first. Okay, now hopefully when I cut 2 of these off, then this with 1/2 inch will work out. So we're going to score it right there. So it's not quite 1/2 inch, but I eyeballed it. Now the other one, let's see. Let's make the other one the same size. So I could have cut the width first, but now we've got this as a piece of ephemera. I'm having to record early before the neighbor's dogs start barking and howling. And I was going to record a couple hours earlier, but I was busy doing some stuff on the computer. And the person upstairs was snoring so loud I had to turn my radio on. It was really funny. I was cracking up. That's not like the dogs, you know what I mean? Can't really do anything about snoring. So, well, unless you wear one of those nose things, I guess, or something crazy like that. Maybe one of those oxygen thingies, CPAP, sometimes helps, I guess. Big OZ is staring at me. Not really sure why. So this one's going to fold here. And this one's going to fold here. let's miter these just to make it a little bit easier. Then we need to ink them. And on the cream colored, I'm not super inking it. I'm just inking it that much, just enough that you can see it around the edges. I'm not doing it super thick. This is my new watch. I have another one coming as well. I figured I'd get a couple different watches so that you guys would be entertained while I'm crafting. Because, you know, inking isn't always that, you know, thrilling. I know it's hard to believe. I know you guys are waiting with bated breath for me to start inking. Okay, so one's going to go this way, one's going to go this way, and one's going to have a magnet. Okay, so hopefully that's going to work out right. So on this one, we need to ink this. I've given up on the pink except for the ephemera, you know, like the fairies and such. I don't really want to ink the fairies in green. So we're going to ink this. And when we glue this on, we're going to glue it on as a pocket. Yeah. So let's, what should we do first? Let's glue it on as the pocket first while we've got it flat. We're not going to put thumb holes. We're going to have the card stick up, or the tag. I'm wondering if we should do 2. No, they'd be awful small. They'd be smaller than this. So I'm going to go a smidge closer to the bottom than the top, because it's going to be a pocket, so we need a little bit of room to get in there. Okay, and then let's do the other one, because I want to, as I get ready to glue them on, I want to be able to manipulate them around and see exactly where I want them. I know I want one to come across right above the birds, and then the other one is going to come across above it. So I guess I know where I want this one. Right above the birds. I guess you're going to see the fairy's foot either way. And before we put the backs on, we're going to put a magnet on the front one. Let me see how straight that is. Not very. That looks cute. I'm almost tempted to make well, we're going to make a shorter pocket in the back, I guess. Anyway, all right, let's cut this paper. Now this is going to be the bottom of the front flap, or you know, the front of the flap, and then this is going to be the back on both flaps. All right, let's flatten this out. Let's measure this. A little extra close at the bottom and a little further down on the top. And then a little bit in over here. That's cutting it close on the fairy's head, that's for sure. I'm wondering if we should switch up and do this one on this side. Then we would get this big flower and she wouldn't be so close to the top. I think I will. I don't see where, oh, here it is. And now we've got that left over. Making a big mess and crash banging around. Now, the people upstairs are up, so if you start hearing dogs in the background, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. And if you can hear it on the recording, you can imagine how loud it is for me. And there he goes, right on cue. I almost forgot to make that a pocket, didn't I? Okay. Sorry about that. I was thinking in my head, should I go up and talk to the neighbor because I know they're up getting ready to go to work. Come on, glue. There we go. Okay. All right, now this one is going to go up a little higher. See, the other one, I mainly wanted the picture to be on this side so that it was under the tag or this flap, but it doesn't really matter because you're going to see it either way, so it doesn't matter. So now I got a little bit of glue on the front, probably off my fingers. Okay, so now we're going to put this one on. Yeah, so you can see her head. I wonder if maybe a little bit higher even. Yeah. That way not just half of her head or just from the chin up is sticking out. Then I'm going to have to go back and put triple thick on here, so we're not going to glue it in the book yet. I want to be able to glue one or use this glaze, glaze one, and then wait for it to dry, glaze the other, wait for it to dry, before we do anything else. So now on the back of the top one, we're going to put a magnet. And we need to put the magnet down far enough because that the pocket covers it. Boy, I got a big mess going on over here. I just cut up a bunch of little pieces of paper, those that make the little notes that I write, and then I bashed into it with a piece of paper and knocked them everywhere. So we're going to put the magnet down here. Well, it doesn't really matter, actually. There's no way we would have put it up or out far enough. This will hold both of them shut. And put the other one on the back. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the back as I did on the front, only I'm going to cut the butterfly pieces like so and put them on the back as and then add a pocket. So I guess we better cover at least one. Now the width is going to be right for both, all right? So now I'm going to cut the length, and it's not going to be enough to cut two. So I'll look and maybe, no, I don't have very many scraps yet. We only got these 3 pieces. See, that's almost big enough, but not quite. And these we're not going to glue on as pockets. It looks like I cut it just a smidge wide. Okay, so let's ink it. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. You know how to put a pocket on. And we could even put a belly band on this, going this way. In fact, I think that would be nice. No, Oz, it's not time for anything. Oh, look at that. It's too bad the butterflies go the wrong way, huh? That would be pretty. I almost like it better than the pink. The pink matches this, but it's almost too matchy-matchy. No, I like them going this way. So then I'll have to glaze these flowers. So I just gave myself more work. I wonder if this is partially clogged. I think it was. I always like everything with the top facing to the right, the top of whatever it is. Oz. Three. Yes, 3 makes him stop barking. And then we can put a pocket here. That'll be pretty. In fact, we can put a pocket of the red. And then that will match that. still just a sliver. Okay, then let's make the pocket this high. Yeah, that's cute. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to have enough time to start on the next page. That stinks. I wanted to get 2 pages done per video. I mean, even with me, I inked that too much. It's all right. Yeah, my glue's getting thick, so I need to fill the bottle back up again, even though it's only halfway empty. Or I could add some acetone to it, one of the two. Okay. So now we've got a little pocket, we've got some flowers, we have some butterflies flying every which way. Then I'll put some lace on this. This lace is so thin, I'm pretty sure it will lay flat. And I'll cover the back of this one and add a little belly band to it. Yeah, I'll have to get a new piece of paper. I'm not sure what. I've got this, which is the opposite of that. That almost looks like the flower matches up, doesn't it? Let's doesn't seem right. Oh, because that's not my mark. Where is my mark? Oh, it goes this way. There's my mark. That dark line from the newspaper print on there had me confused. I almost hate to put I'll put a acetate belly band on there. And then I'm not going to put anything on here. I'm just going to leave it as a writing page. Because I did all that glazing. and I don't want to cover it up. Did I ink this paper? No, I did not. Some of the glue dried already and some of it hadn't. Trying to get the glue off my finger. So now, from now on, any future pages that we have flaps on, I won't have to paper them because you'll know what to do unless we do something specific. Unless we do something specific. Or we need it to be papered before we can move on. For goodness sakes. Okay, that looks fine. Then we'll put the acetate belly band on there. I'll use this long skinny piece. It's not really big enough for anything else. You know, we might could put a pocket on there and get more room. Belly band. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, first we're going to have to cut the top off just a little bit because of the red mark. Then all we'll need to do is the ephemera. And we'll have the page done and over. First we ink the acetate. No, I'm kidding. Shoot, did it twice. And I was doing so good. The more you smear it out, the less you have a chance of seeing it, the glue. You can see it a little bit, it seems like, against this color. Not much, though. Alright, so we've got that acetate pocket. And close this The magnet holds it shut, and then we're going to glue it to the book. I'm going to do the glaze on everything I need to glaze, and then that's going to be front and back, so I'm going to have to wait for it to dry. Front and back. Could have made that a little bit shorter. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It's acetate. So that's going to be it for that page. I don't know why that took me long enough that it only ended up one page in this video, but it did. Maybe because of lack of sleep from the neighbor's dog barking. Couldn't take my nap. Yeah, that's my excuse. That's the excuse I'll use. Alright, that's the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Alrighty, bye-bye.